decided he could change the very shape of the world. How could he be so brash, so bold, so utterly successful? He simply discovered a doorway to the world that in the blink of an eye let him travel farther, set his sights higher, and look in directions he never could before. He wasn't always so daring, but with FedEx, it's the way the world works.
There's a place on television to experience the most creative films from around the world. A place where world-class directors come to work and share their vision with you. Bravo's World Cinema, brought to you by Federal Express.
Today, a woman in Milan had the audacity to invite herself to weddings all over the world. And surprisingly enough, she was welcome everywhere she went. All it took was the aim of an arrow and the touch of a hand that helped her designs make brides everywhere that much more enchanting. Being so successful wasn't always such a walk down the aisle. But with FedEx, it's the way the world works.
The preceding program was brought to you by FedEx. Today, the world gets just what it wants, just when it wants it. It wasn't always this way, but with FedEx, it's the way the world works.
Today, some very unlikely people woke up and decided to change the world. A small shop owner set wheels in motion in faraway lands. A young designer made people sit up and take notice oceans away. A publisher stirred imaginations and turned classrooms into kingdoms. And a dressmaker helped brides everywhere become just that much more enchanting. How did such ordinary people come by such extraordinary powers? Believe it or not, all it took was the wave of a wand. The simple touch of a finger that let them open new doors, create excitement, and reach farther than ever before. People didn't always possess such global power, but with FedEx, it's the way the world works.
You're watching Bravo, the Film and Arts Network. Coming up next on Bravo, Willie Russell is the author of acclaimed stage hits Educating Rita and Shirley Valentine. He discusses his work in the theater, as well as his new novel, The Letters, on this edition of The South Bank Show. Next on Bravo. Tommy Lee Jones is inside the actor's studio.
They hadn't picked their writer yet, so I said, look, this is what I want to shoot. And they looked at it and said, damn, who wrote that? I said, I did.
Unscripted, unrehearsed, in the only studio where it's possible.
So when the hairstylist said, what do you want your hair to look like? I said, well, I think it should look like a 57 Studebaker.
Tommy Lee Jones on Bravo's exclusive original series Inside the Actor's Studio, hosted by James Lipton. Friday, March 28th at 1 a.m. Eastern, only on Bravo.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hutton. Join me every Sunday and Wednesday night for Exposé, only on Bravo, the Film and Arts Network.
We've been seeing and hearing what they wanted us to. Until now. On the next Exposé...
I don't think that people in Hollywood want the public to think that they campaign for Oscars.
Hollywood has always been about illusion.
They want you to think that it's about the art, but really, it's about how to play the game. How to win an Oscar on The Envelope Please, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Wednesday at 1 a.m. Eastern, only on Bravo. Tired of explosions instead of plot, and humor that never acts its age? At Bravo, we'd like to offer an alternative. 5-star cinema. Movies you can't find anywhere else. Commercial-free. Not the same old movies. 5-star movies. The best movies. Bravo's 5-star cinema. every Saturday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Great stories, great stars.
And now a special presentation of the Independent Film Channel.
Legendary director John Huston was honored at Cannes in 1984 when his latest film, Under the Volcano, premiered. His presence provoked awe and admiration.
I wanted to please him very much, and I knew that he liked women who were tough. He liked you to have resilience. We had one scene in the rain where I had to die. I had to be knocked off the horse, kicked by the horse or something, and I had to fall in the mud and hit my head on a stone and die in one shot. I started to say, this is not working out. I'm not hitting the spot. I'm getting the blood. I'm getting the thing. We're getting me watered down, cleaned off. It's coming off. Everything's working, but I'm not hitting the spot. And then I had to be completely still after all this agitation and die, you know, not breathe and not have any